Hello from Kami Cosplay, I'm Benny and this is my brother Jacob.
Hi and welcome to our new 3D printing video.
Last time we showed you how we made this Pip-Boy from Fallout 4. If you haven't checked out the video, make sure to click on the icon right here to watch it. And honestly, we had so much fun doing it, we decided we wanted to do more videos like these.
How about this neat Rotom Pokedex from the new Pokemon Sun and Moon games?
Wow, Jacob, that one is amazing. Where did you find such a unique and probably very expensive collector's item?
I didn't buy it, I modeled it and printed it out myself.
What? That's insane!
If you want, I can show you how I made this. You and everybody else at home can download the 3D model of this guy right here if you want to follow along.
That sounds amazing. Please teach us, Senpai.
Ah, yes, of course. Watch and learn. Every project starts with a search for some good reference pictures. I used Fusion 360 for this project because it's easy to use and you can even download it for free if you're an artist. To begin, a clean top view was all I needed. I loaded my reference picture in the background and scaled it to the size I wanted. Now I started to create a sketch. A sketch is like a 2D vector that I can use to create my 3D model. I followed the outline of the Pokédex using as few points as possible until I had half of the shape. Next, I just mirrored this part over to the other side. Easy, right? With this base shape, I can now use the extrude command to turn this into a 3-dimensional shape. The height was just eyeballed to what I thought looked right. After this, I rounded the edges using the fillet command and colored the main body in red. Now back to the sketch. I continued by drawing some new lines for the screen and the eyes on top. Selecting these new shapes, I used the extrude command again to cut them out of the main body. The eyes I made by squashing a sphere and placing it in the right spot. What's great about Fusion is that it can directly send my model to the 3D printing software. I use this function to send the Pokédex right over to our printer, a Sortrix M200. Let's just leave the default settings and bam! Ready for printing. After about 7 hours, my 3D model was turned into a real thing that I could actually touch. So cool! I grabbed a soft sanding sponge and started cleaning the surface. As you can see, the print didn't turn out perfectly, but that's nothing that can't be fixed with a bit of air drying putty. Waiting for it to dry and sanding it smooth again. After I was done, it was spray filler time. I warmed up the can and applied a few light layers. This will help me getting a super smooth finish. But as you can see, it didn't cover all the holes of my print. More putty was necessary. I just repeated this step until I was satisfied. Next was one more layer of filler and a microfine sponge for the polish. Now it's finally time for painting. I used red, white and grey to get the tone I needed and applied it using an airbrush. For the smaller details, I decided to use a regular brush instead. I also masked off the eyes. Hey, this almost looks like a Pokédex already. To seal my paint job, I used a satin spray varnish. A few good coats will do the trick. To make the screen, I cut out some vinyl shapes and glued them into the hole. Then Benny used his laser cutter to cut out some plexiglass for me. You can also just use scissors and some transfer art, however. Last but not least were some additional vinyl details for the mouth and the eyes. You could also just use a brush, of course. And that's pretty much how you build a Rotom Pokedex.
Wow, that was easy. I feel fully confident now to spend all of my hard-earned money on a ridiculously expensive 3D printer.
Well, there are also machines that are really affordable nowadays, and think of all the things you can create with it.
What would you want us to build next? Could be anything, maybe a Fallout prop or a helmet or some mighty corgi armor.
Don't forget to like and subscribe using this button here, And hopefully we will see you next time in our next video. Bye!
Bye!
Are they still here?
I guess, kinda creepy if you ask me.
Maybe they got nowhere else to go.
We have so many awesome videos to watch.